our country.
Here's a little news flash for those reporters and commentators. I'm not going to Washington to seek their good opinion. I'm going to Washington to serve the people of this great country.
You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness.
Well, we break that by, at all levels, getting the real people, the sincere people, people who are almost reluctant to serve, to get in there, run for office, and be willing to put their lives on the line in service to their country, their states, their community. Washington was the consummate statesman. He served, he returned power to the people. He didn't want to be a king. He returned power to the people. Then he went back to Mount Vernon. He went back to his farm. He was almost reluctant to serve as president, too. And that's who you need to find to serve in government, in a bureaucracy, those who you know will serve for the right reasons because they're reluctant to get out there and seek a limelight and seek power. They're doing it for the people. That was George Washington.
I'm waiting for George Washington to appear, someone who doesn't want to serve, but will because he must, and someone who's so beyond question that he can bring people together and say, look, we got to do this. This is going to be hard.
That's exactly what we need to seek in a candidate, someone, I'll repeat this, almost reluctant to serve, someone who will not prostitute themselves and say what they believe a voter wants to hear at that time in order to get elected, but someone whom the people find and ask, will you sacrifice, will you do this for our country to get us back on the right track?
That is why I think you're on the most admired list, because some people find you to be that.
If I believe that in some capacity I can help this great nation, I'm going to be willing to sacrifice and to change some things in my lifestyle in order to serve.
Each campaign that I've ever run in these 20 years of elected office have been kind of unconventional, right, Todd? We've always been outspent 2-1, 5-1, 10-1. Never won any polls heading into election night, but usually won the election. So it would be unconventional and very grassroots, very grassroots.
America, we will always endure. We will always come through. We will never give up. We shall endure because we live by that moral strength that we call grace. Because though we've often skirted a precipice, a providential hand has always guided us to a better future. So let us seek that hand once more. Or Ronald Reagan said, if we ever forget that we are one nation under God, we will be a nation gone under. Yes, he shed his grace on thee, America. We will not squander what we have been given. We will fight for freedom. We will fight for America. We are at the tipping point. United, we must stand, and we shall nobly save, not meanly lose, this last best hope on earth.
You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness.